closely. I know lately you're a bit lonely. Did you know on your phone there's a whole world full of girls you could be looking at, homie? It's true, between me and you, it's only $5 and watch what they do. Let's get high, lose track of time. Come on, man, you know I'm a damn good time. Yo, if they're gonna post it, no clothing. Oh my God, so exposed and everything. You might as well see everything. Every inch, never leave, or grow a need. Wait, maybe you should DM, be friends, pretend, a boyfriend, the deep end. She needs men, she needs you and your dues. Get out of my head, get out of my mind. I need to focus, I'm wasting my time. You make me feel hopeless, I'm wasting my prime. Fuck it, I'm going to war with my mind. I'm in control, my body and soul. Never again will you ever take hold. I've got a purpose outside of this hole, and I'll turn this feeling into something more. I could change, rearrange my brain. Thoughts and energy push through pain. Loneliness is a passing phase. A better life, it starts today. Once hopeless and broken, now I'm in motion. Just gotta stay focused. Keep moving, keep growing. Never look back, got a new path chosen.
Hey, how's everyone going tonight? Kip, I know you're not watching because you're on your program, on your BS again, but we are going to have ourselves a very interesting night. We're doing something completely different. This is the launch. I know that right now you, what camera are we on? You're watching on YouTube. That's fine. And I know that on this camera, you are watching on Kick. And on that camera, you're watching someone else's show on Twitch. Because we are not by ourselves today. We have ourselves, that just looks weird. Let's let this video play a little longer. So let's go to take it. Take us a better one. Less weird for the background. Alright. So, here we are. Joey, what do you want to use?
Adrian.
Adrian, say hi. This is Adrian.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
everybody.
Yeah, we both had the same idea on that one, huh?
So we are, we're doing multi-streaming. We are here, we are in the future, and we are talking about anything and everything. On Kick, remember this will be a political channel, so we'll be talking about politics. On YouTube, we are talking about theology and history. And if for some reason I'm still connected to X, we're just, I don't know, using it as an archive. I don't have a clue. And on Twitter, it's supposed to be gaming, but we're not doing gaming tonight. So, Adrian, welcome to my new studio. What do you think? You saw how it looked before when it was just one camera and one computer. You actually are technically a sponsor of this channel. For those that don't know, he is a successful man, and he has helped me financially from time to time, and we have now expanded our reach. We now have a small network. We're going to be trying to get other creators involved, local creators. Tomorrow, we're going to be having a guest with a local rapper who has a viral singer in the Christian market. Very niche, but that's okay. That's where we're started. Adrian, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You've been on the show before. You've been an opponent of mine in at least 2 debates. How's it feel to be in the studio for once?
It's very new. You have upgraded a lot. A lot.
What do you think of the changes? We have over here a 5080. We have a mini fridge. We have a Mac Mini for editing when we're doing long-form content or we're doing stuff on the archive channel. And we have ourselves a R16. What do you think?
It is very impressive. Like I said, we came from nothing to a lot. A lot.
So for those who wonder why I never asked for sponsorship, it's because I got a sponsor. He doesn't give me that much money. I want to be clear. It's like $100 every 2 weeks or so. But it helps. It helps. It bought us beer today.
Oh, we can do. I was trying to slow down so that way I wouldn't be showing that much on camera.
And later on, we will be doing the thingies, but that's later on.
You dropped the thingy.
Yeah.
Drop the thingy.
All right. So we are going to talk 3 different topics for 3 different channels. ABS. Is this a studio tour? It can be a studio tour if any of these cameras are mobile. And I don't think any of them are. Maybe that one is. Here, we'll use this one. Okay. Okay, I won't be able to hear you all for a second. BS, how's the sound? Adrian, can you say something?
Hi, BS.
Can you hear me? Can you hear him? Everything good? we're gonna start having guests in this studio, so we need to do that, and that's gonna change from a bed into a fold-out couch.
A black one that's leather,
Okay. All right.
so that way I can, you know.
So here is the R16. Here's the VR kit. This is the Mac Mini. Over there we have the main. Oops. Over there we have the main studio. That's the main cockpit command center. Over here we're gonna have our backdrop for videos. So I'm gonna be filming the talkie videos over here. But that is the background. So there's the books for the background, so I can still have that set up for when I need it. Over here will be the guest spot, and again it will be a couch. Right now, my cousin, as you all know, is staying with me, and so I'm sleeping on my office bed. That's
He's
what's going
already
on.
trying to get rid of my mic. He's trying to get rid of me already.
How do I look at this camera? For those who are watching on this camera, I think I look great. This is the cheapest camera. This is less than $100 for this camera. These are expensive and they don't look as good. We do have 2 special guests here with us. There may be a third later tonight. We also might or might not be hopping houses and hopping studios. That's a different thing that we have going on. But we have, you want to introduce yourself off the camera?
Sure. Caroline.
This is
Hello.
Caroline. This is the supportive partner of our little Adrian.
Little.
And of course, my PA is here. She's also listening. And we also have, for those that don't know, I have been separated from my wife for 2 years. And there may be a guest later on, not her. So that's going on. Other than that, we're going to start talking politics. So, Adriana, tú es un político,
Misfit.
un progreso, un comunista,
Oh,
un
God.
socialista.
Not really, but
¿Qué
alright,
es?
we'll go with that.
Talk to me.
All right, where do we start?
So you were challenging me when we were having dinner
Mm-hmm.
over some political stances. So we're going to cover 3 things, guys. We're going to cover politics, current, modern going on. Then from there, we're going to talk about some religion and theology stuff, specifically about Kip Davis's book. Number 3, we're then going to finish our debate that we started earlier tonight about whether or not the latest Superman movie was any good. And we have a severe disagreement on this, and so it will get feisty at that point. But to begin with,
Mhm.
we were talking about politics earlier today,
Yes.
and as you know, I'm a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm financially conservative, socially liberal.
Mm-hmm.
What are your stances? Where are you coming from?
I am a political misfit because, although you like to introduce me as a communist or socialist, I see some of their valid points. I believe they're valid.
I believe you're also an atheist, if I'm also correct, right?
No, actually,
That's changed?
I've never been an atheist. I've never refused to believe. I acknowledge that, like in atheism, the main product. I understand atheism is it's not that they don't believe; they're just not sure.
What's more agnosticism? So would you
I
say
see,
you're agnostic, or would you say you're atheistic?
No, because like in every misfit aspect of my politics, well-beings, and everything, I fell out of favor of the church because I thought it was very hypocrite, like a hypocrisy, like full of hypocrites in itself.
And
its
hypocrisy.
teachings. Yeah,
And
the
hypocrisy.
hypocrisy knew no ends.
Okay.
So
we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit. We'll do the theology in a little bit. Let's just stay on the politics section.
So
Well, hold on. Wait. We have a special guest. She should not be ignored, Caroline. Where would you say you fall politically? And speak up so the cameras can hear.
Like
And then,
between both parties?
Yeah, like, I mean, do you consider yourself a Republican, a Democrat, a liberal, what are they called? Liberation, what's the,
Social Democrats,
no, the Libertine Party, or Liberty Party?
Libertarian.
Libertarian Party, there we go.
I-
Oh, hey, can you crack that door open for the cat so they can
Yeah.
use the button?
I would say I lean more towards the Democratic side,
Mm-hmm.
only because I come from like a lower class family.
Okay. You're also from, for those that don't know, we can't name the city. Don't name any cities.
Okay.
We're from the Rio Grande Valley. We're from the south tip of Texas.
Well, we live here now. I'm originally from Indiana.
That's a lie. Look at that man. Look at that man. That's a
You
man
don't
who's
even
from
go
here.
Hey, I'm of Samoan descent, sir.
All right, anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, so I grew up not wealthy,
Mhm.
and I really wasn't into any politics, but, you know, from my perspective, it's like the Demis are the ones that help, like, the lower class, the poorer class, and the Republicans are the richies that, you know, want to do for the rich. I mean, that's just my
You
my
are aware.
upbringing.
You are aware that you're talking to two. But for the valley, I want to be clear for where we live, not for the rest of the world. For the rest of the world, we're middle class. But for the valley, you're talking to two upper class individuals. You know, we don't live without. We have. When we screw up, there is money to catch our fall.
Yeah.
So where do you fall in the spectrum of politicos today?
And
Remember, I've asked you this question before at your place, so you are on camera.
Mhm.
So don't be a hypocrite. Don't.
No, like
don't do yourself too heavy.
I find myself hard to pin down because there are some things with the Republicans I agree with. There's a lot more that I disagree with. There's
So-
some things with libertarians that I agree with.
Now that's interesting because when the last two times we spoke on
Mhm.
camera, you were not willing to give an inch to the Republican Party. What has changed?
Not much has changed. I think the Republican Party that I recognize from my childhood
Mhm.
is now changed in itself. Like, I believe that when I grew up, like you said, we're of an upper class standing for where we live, and my father
Not
was,
the rest of the world. In the rest of the
No,
world, we just
no,
be
yeah.
middle class.
yeah, but my father was a very fiscal conservative man, so I had a lot
This
of
is my
those-
father.
I had a lot of those teachings growing up, but for me, I felt especially after 05, as I graduated, and maybe became more aware or just more woke to things I hadn't known before, I feel like the Republican Party just left me behind. They
So-
progressed into something that
since-
I just wasn't with.
Since you
anymore.
brought up woke,
Mhm.
and we're talking about politics right now, just to
Mhm.
get it out of the way. If I'm not mistaken, you're pro women's rights,
Yes,
pro women's right to choose.
yes, absolutely.
You are pro trans rights,
Yes,
pro gay rights.
yes,
You are pro social safety nets for people who are suffering. Right?
yes.
And as far as I know it, you want a clear separation between church and state, correct?
Definitely yes.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about something. Dan McKellen, if you're listening, we're going to be talking about something in just a few moments about Christian nationalism because I think Dan McKellen got it wrong. So we're going to be doing a partial watch along here with Dan McKellen. I'm hoping the audio does not bleed into over here. It shouldn't. But if it does, we'll deal with it. Okay? So do you think America currently, especially after the Charlie Kirk assassination,
Mhm.
do you feel it's leaning into Christian nationalism?
I don't believe that it's leaning that way to the majority of the country. I believe there is a very special sect of people that have now become louder and amplified, and especially after the tragedy of Charlie Kirk, that have now gained more momentum in their amplification of their voices.
What do you think about the Democrats and the more active political people who are calling for the heads of people like me? I'm friends with trans and bi people. I don't go around hurting people. I actively go out and help people, and yet I'm now a Christian nationalist in these people's eyes. What do you think about that? That's going on where they're calling for our deaths.
See, that's where I'm telling you, like, I can't agree with some of these things because, as far as I understand it, and this is basically on my understanding, is there are extremists on that side, like there are extremists on the right, and those two voices have now become the loudest of the party. That both you and I in the middle have gotten drowned out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that you should be threatened at all for your beliefs. I believe you are 100% entitled. That's the whole purpose of this country, is to be entitled to speak your mind.
You know, it's really weird the way that these lines divide online. It makes no sense to me because I have spent my hard-earned money to support Dan McKellen and to support Kip Davis. I've sent money to their channels because I want them to succeed. They don't agree with me politically or religiously, and yet we still get along fine. You have sponsored me. I do not hold your exact political or theological views, and yet you have supported me. So I don't see why there has to be this great division between people who have slightly different ideologies when in everyday life we're eating together, we're hanging out together. If we're married to each other. Like, these are our friends and family. Why should we cut each other out just because we disagree with each other on a esoteric, issue that doesn't affect our everyday life?
Because it does affect our everyday lives.
How do you figure?
Well, look at, and I hate to get right into it, but drop the orange man, Trump.
You mean my boyfriend?
Hmm?
You mean my boyfriend?
Yes, the one himself. So, I believe we should have learned our lessons the first time around, and yet we put him back in office the second time.
Yeah, but I mean, the Democratic Party ran two incredibly bad candidates back to back as if that was a good idea.
Well,
You can't blame America for choosing a bad choice when you gave them worse options.
because, I mean, we can call him a bad candidate, old Sleepy Joe, but he did
Joe
wipe
wasn't
the
good,
floor.
and
But he
Kamala
did
Harris
wipe the
wasn't
floor
good.
with Trump.
The first
And
time?
if you look at the numbers, Kamala wasn't that far away from beating him. It wasn't the landslide victory he likes to project.
It's not about what he likes to project. The point is that she was a bad candidate and she lost.
No.
The point is that he had Alzheimer's, and I know what Alzheimer's looked like. I'm taking care of
I'm not
someone with
arguing
it.
you that. I'm not even
And
arguing
they
that he had
tried to,
Alzheimer's.
and they tried to put him up.
Dementia, maybe wasn't cognitive functioning. I'm not arguing with
These
that.
are bad decisions, and they're
Oh, yes,
not
they are.
decisions that people should be making
See, and this
who are
is-
in charge of the country.
This is where I like to believe that you and I could find middle grounds and we could drown out all the other stuff. I believe you and I, because I agree with you 100%. I thought Joe Biden was a terrible choice. I will die on that hill. I don't like Joe Biden as a president. I was grateful that it wasn't Trump, but I don't like him as a president. I don't think he was a good one.
So here's the problem: is that everyone who has this conversation, and you even did it a little bit right now, you're projecting the current situation to the time of the voting. At the time of the voting, people had no idea what Trump was going to do.
But
when
he didn't hide it.
Biden ran, people had no idea that Biden was going to be demented. So when people were like, "Hey, Biden won, things will probably get better," the honest hope was things were going to get better, not get worse. So things getting progressively worse over time. 4 terms in a row. You have who was before Trump? You have Obama at the end of his term when he no longer had power, when things started to decline. Then you have Trump. Then you have Biden. Now you have Trump again.
Mm-hmm.
You have what is that? 12 years of American decline when it comes to our social politics, when it comes to our interaction with people, when it comes to our social fabric of America. All of that has been ripped to shreds, regardless of who's in charge. That has been in decline. And you have 2 presidents who, in my opinion, are both incompetent running the country.
Once again, that's why I say you and I, we can agree on that. I believe that incompetence is gone forever. I mean, I personally would start with Obama being the source of what has gone wrong with our country, for the sole fact that he promised the people one thing and did not deliver. And when he had the House presidency, he had all the things to do what he wanted to do. He couldn't unite his own party to get his agenda passed. And if you can't be a strong leader to unite your party, if you can't be a strong enough leader to unite your party in one agenda, like Trump has successfully done, I give him that. Trump is a hell of an individual. While we may,
Keep going.
we may